Hey y'all, I'm Ashley Elizabeth with sweetpealifestyle.com. I'm the hostess with the mostest, and I help you uncomplicate your dinner parties so you can cultivate community around your table anchored by really good food. Y'all, we're going to talk about the Bloody Mary party that I hosted a few weeks ago and how fun it was, how relatively easy it was, but I'm also going to share with you from start to the first time the first Bloody Mary is poured, what I wanted to do, what my intentions were, what I couldn't do, what I should have done, and what I would do again or not do again in the future when I host this party again. This was such a fun party to host. I absolutely loved it, and for the most part, it is extremely easy. A very hands-off DIY party for your guests, and as a host, those are the best parties. When you can get everything ready for everyone to enjoy and then you get to sit back, relax, and actually enjoy your party, I mean, that's the sweet spot of life. For this Bloody Mary party, y'all, I wanted it to be outside. I wanted it to be at sunset. I wanted everyone mingling and having a great time on the deck, overlooking the mountains, and I didn't get to do that because it poured rain that day. Did we get to go outside for a hot second? Yes, but we couldn't stay out there. I couldn't set up things. I'm going to show you in the clips following this how I set up this whole thing like 3 times, trying to figure out what I should do and where I should put it. The first time I set it up like I would set it up outside in the width of the table that I was going to put outside. And then when I realized that wasn't going to happen, I reset it up twice to figure out the perfect spot. Now, in all honesty, in truth reveal, I was very disappointed with the aesthetic of this party because it was dark outside because it was raining. I had to use overhead lighting, and I don't like overhead lights. I like dim lamps. Natural light, as you can see. I have a window in front of me and all the natural light is flooding in. Anyways, so the pictures and the videos did not turn out how I wanted them to whatsoever. But y'all, we are throwing perfection out the window and just, it is what it is. Guess what? People didn't have a worse time because my lights were on. They had a better time because, I don't know, because we were all together. But let's get started. First, I'm going to talk you through how I create my game plan and what went on my game plan and my timeline for hosting a Bloody Mary party. If you've never made a game plan, let me show you how I do it. Do I have a printout you can download on my website? Yes, but do I still use a piece of notebook paper left over from my high school days 15 plus years ago? Yes, I do. I fold over about 1.5 inch portion on the right side, and on the left side, on the bigger left side, I put down every recipe that I am making, everything that I am serving, and all the ingredients that go into each individual recipe. That way I can check my home, my pantry, my fridge, anywhere that I keep whatever I need. I can check that before I go to the store, and anything that I don't have or don't have enough of goes into the shop column. On the right side, that's where you're going to make your shop column, and this is every single thing that you need to buy while you're out, not just at the grocery store. This includes anything from the liquor store or from Target, or any decorations you may need to pick up, paper plates, cups, glasses, anything that you're going to need to purchase needs to go on this shopping list, because you're going to take that and do 1 day of shopping, no more, and that's it. We are not going to be running all over creation over and over, y'all. That is such a waste of your time, and that's what makes hosting really, really difficult. This is where things get really fun for me personally. I love making the timeline, and If your brain can handle it, which it totally can, think about what time you are opening the door for the first people to arrive to whatever party you're planning and work backwards from that. I really like to have a lot of things done, as much done as possible before the first person walks through that door, and also like an hour before that. If there is a task that I can do the day before or 3 days before or a week before, I am going to do it. So I will have my table set, all of my serving pieces out, everything labeled with a sticky note. I'll make every single thing that needs to go on my pre-party list goes on this timeline. All right, so once you have your game plan settled and your timeline all jotted out and ready to go for you, then you can get started on your action task list. And no, this isn't a separate list. It's all on your game plan. You just kind of follow through and do it. But for me, I like setting up my parties or setting my table or the buffet line as early as possible, and I knew I wanted it absolutely perfect. When you are hosting a party that is DIY for your people, you give some thought about where things go and where they reach for certain items and the order of things and stuff like that. So I'm going to talk you through my idea for creating your Bloody Mary, from getting your glass to plopping in the ice and filling it up with all the things. I'm going to take you through the line, but I'm going to show you how I changed this a couple of times and made it work for being inside. Before you can lay anything out on your buffet line, go ahead and run it through your dishwasher. I was a little nervous about some of these pieces. I bought them at an estate sale here in Asheville, and I was so excited about them, but I should have hand washed them, but I put them through the dishwasher on the gentle cycle, and they did just fine. Y'all, check this out. This is such a cool party piece, and I used it for my pickles. I don't know originally like what people used it for, but it's like a turntable, a table that turns. Michael Scott he wants his table turned, and I just loved it. And then this chip and dip holder is so fun, and I was just super excited to find this at the estate sale. We have lots of ice bins, and those were all labeled. I made pickle juice ice balls, which went in one ice bucket. Plain ice went in another one. This was the ice mold. That was for the tequila. This decanter from Anthropologie that they no longer sell is what the Bloody Mary mix was going in. And then everything is labeled with how many pieces of like forks or spoons or something like that that they needed to go with it. Every single thing is labeled. And this was 3 days before my party even started. So then at this time, we're 3 days out, I was still planning on having this sunset Bloody Mary brunch and enjoying the mountain, beautiful landscape. So everything was set up. I put the table in front so that I knew if I set it up on this countertop, it was still going to fit on the table and I could just haul it out there that afternoon. Saturday came, it was pouring rain, and I knew I needed to change things up. So I decided to arrange it on one side of the countertop and put glasses and then your ice and all the stuff you would need. I ended up changing this because I just thought you needed a little more room, and it just wasn't working out for me. So I flipped it all around. I had this super cute Bloody Mary sign made, and I knew I wanted that to be front and center so that I could let people know, you know, like, hey, this is the gist of how to make your Bloody Mary. You put your ice in your cup, you put your choice of liquor, and you put your Bloody Mary mix, and then you top it all together. So I ended up moving it all around several times and just play with it, y'all. I wanted to put a tablecloth down because I didn't want Bloody Mary mix everywhere. Do I regret using the red tablecloth at nighttime? Yeah, I do. It made my video that you're going to see later, like, it doesn't look very good. It's very bright and red. hued, but that's okay. Right now it looks nice. Make sure all your labels are facing front. Everything is open. This is Hissy Fit hot sauce from Cottage Lane. It is so good, y'all. And you know, you just want to make sure that like your tablecloth is tucked in or taut and tight so that when people are making a Bloody Mary, it's not going to like jump off your table. So here's my cute sign and everything all set up. The ice, the liquor, that ice mold is so fun. Bloody Mary mix. I called that hot sauce roulette in my little Japanese dish. And this was just so much fun. Bacon twists, tomatoes, celery, cucumber, all the pickles. If you've never made a Bloody Mary, here's a quick tutorial for making a Bloody Mary. I like using mason jars just because they're easy, functional. You're going to put your ice in. Now, this is my friend Aaron making it. He does it backwards, which you don't have to mix it, which is kind of brilliant. So put your lime juice, your lemon juice, whatever hot sauce you want. And yes, there are some regular ice cubes in here as well as the pickle juice ice cubes. This is garlic juice from Howard's. It is exceptionally delicious. And then you're going to put all your stuff. So we're going to add in the Bloody Mary mix. And y'all can use a jarred Bloody Mary mix if you want. There's also Cajun seasoning out. There is T-Pain and Spice Wallace seasoning. There's Worcestershire, soy sauce, several different kinds of hot sauce, lemon pepper, all kinds of things, y'all. Here's where you can get creative by topping your skewer with whatever you want. What I had out on the buffet was meatballs, shrimp cocktail, bacon twists, tomatoes, cucumbers, celery, all kinds of pickles, pickled Vidalia onions. There was also pork rinds out, delicious. There were deviled eggs. If you could figure out how to put a deviled egg onto your skewer. But everyone just stood there and made their own how they want it with whatever they have. So it's basically, I don't know if you've seen those big Bloody Marys on steroids with like a whole fried chicken on there. But that's basically what the idea was. And people just made their own and it was just delicious. The last thing you're definitely going to want to do is add some liquor to your Bloody Mary if that's your thing. If it's not, you don't have to put any liquor. This is tequila in this one. I personally like vodka, and you can do it however you want, but y'all, it's just so much fun. Okay, so here's what I would do again. I would definitely host this party again. I will be slimming down the picks and items you can add to your Bloody Mary. I found people got really confused. Like I should have just had those hot sauces out. I shouldn't have had so many seasonings out. People didn't use them. And you want to be cognizant about when you're having a party and you're having your people do their own thing. They're going to have decision fatigue really quickly, especially when they've never done it. So you want to help them not have that and just make it really simple for them and for you as well. I shouldn't have put so much stuff out, and when I do it again, I probably won't. Okay, y'all, what did you think? Are you going to be hosting your own Bloody Mary party? I hope you will. I hope in the comments that you'll tell me how you love making your Bloody Mary. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. And check out the printable I have listed. It is a full game plan filled out, ready to go for your very own Bloody Mary bar. If you liked this video, go ahead, give a thumbs up, follow along, and hit the bell to be notified when I post another video. If this is something you'd like to see, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you soon.